Oh,
Ride him, doggy.
yeah. So I want to jump in with Devon Achane or A Chain, or we're just gonna yank and chain. I really don't know, but this guy,
Yank the chain. Crank it, crank it.
yeah, right? Oh, a chain. We'll just call this guy the chainsaw. You know,
It was like I think it was like a Family Force 5 song or something.
it is. Yeah, or something like, dude. I have to look. I have to look up that song now, dude. That song, like, that song rips. But yeah,
That was good shit back in the day.
um, Devon, if you missed out on A Chain, he missed about 4 weeks, and then he had a bye. So I mean, you didn't have this guy for 5 weeks. He came back with, he came back against the Raiders, had one carry, then he ended up getting injured, was out the whole game. He was questionable for this upcoming week, and yeah, he put up 28 points if you actually started him. Yeah, he was 54% started this weekend. I'm sure there's some guys who probably had him in their bench. You're like, oh, brother. But I mean, other than that, he put up 28 points. He was out 61% of snaps, 73 yards, 2 touchdowns, he had 4 targets in the passing game there, 30 yards, give or take. Um, but yeah, I mean, Washington was 17th against the rush, so I mean, they were just kind of mediocre, 50-50, and they kind of give up runs. They can shut down runs too as well. But, if you missed out on A Chain, and I'm pretty sure he helped you maybe win your week, if you didn't have him, you're probably just pulling your hairs out with, what he did. Um, I'm thinking here, with us kind of getting into the playoff push here, he might be a valuable asset for you going forward, just because you have Tennessee, Jets, and Dallas coming up in the playoffs. And Tennessee has actually given up 106 rushing yards. That's 13 best, but I mean, they're kind of mediocre. I mean, Dolphins are at home, so more than likely, you could probably end up seeing him actually probably replicating these same, stats that he had. Maybe 60 yards and 2 touchdowns. Then they play the Jets, who are actually 28th worst against the rush. So I think he's going to benefit some of you guys in the playoffs. And then I think he might be a sit against Dallas, because they play Dallas too as well. And this last couple of games, Mustard was against the Jets 60%, and then this last game, he actually was only 38% in the snap count. Um, so I don't know. I'm thinking Devon A Chain will be a success for some of you guys. I know I'll be probably making sure he's in my lineups going forward, because I'm liking his last couple hoorahs for your playoff push. But yeah, what do you think there, Slick?
I you most like combos, you got to pick one. That combos, you got to pick. You can't start both of them. This is the rare ones. This is the rare one when you can. You can play Mostart. You can play A Chain. You can play all their receivers too. Why stop there? Waddle and Tyreek. If you got both of them, play them. If you got both these running backs, play them. This Dolphins offense is lethal. Okay, and this guy, I mean, this I would have understood if people had got impatient. If you're in a year-to-year redraft league, you're not in a keeper or dynasty league. If you got impatient, made a move, I kind of get it. But this was he's better than Kyron Williams. Kyron Williams was another guy that was banged up. That if you waited for him, he's paying dividends too. But I mean, A-Chain, he's got like star written all over him. Like if they get a I fantasy playoffs, he might carry you. I mean, this guy might carry you to the promised land. I really mean. He puts up even 20 points. He puts up 20 points as a running back. These next few weeks, and he's in your starting lineup or in your running back or your flex spot. I mean, you're carrying home the title. I mean, it's just that simple. I mean, and it's very doable with their schedule coming up. I could see Miami
Besides,
cranking out some more 35, 40 point games.
oh yeah, most definitely, and they're at home these next 2 weeks. So I mean, yeah,
Tennessee ain't stopping them. Tennessee
Tennessee,
ain't stopping them. So
the Jets don't know what the hell they're doing. They can't figure out which QB they're playing.
yeah,
Zach Wilson's
it's
pretty
like
much
shooting
giving you
fish
guys.
in a barrel with the Jets.
Yeah, he's pretty much giving them the middle finger, and he's like, I'm done. He's like, I'm done playing
Yeah,
these little rinky dink peekaboo. Here I am. Nope. It's like whack a ball. Dunk. You're done. Oh, next ball. Okay,
yeah,
you're
right.
done. It's just one of these things that it's like enough's enough, and I'm pretty sure he's probably going to be cut. So he's probably like done. He wants to go somewhere else. I mean, what the Jets just look awful. It's sad to say that. I mean,
I don't
Zach
I don't
Wilson
blame
might be
him.
that he might be
Get the
their
hell
only.
get the hell out of there.
Yeah,
Get the
I
hell
mean,
out of there. Yeah, that Jets game coming up. That I mean, it was Jamie. It was ugly on Black Friday. I mean, it's gonna be uglier. It'd be probably 42-0. I mean, I don't see
yeah,
that they're probably gonna start Brett Rippon. Brett Rippon, by the way, was on Seattle's practice squad earlier in the
uh,
year. He was cut by the Rams. I think he started a game. So I mean, this is and he's probably gonna be starting for the Jets coming up because Zach Wilson refuses to go in. I don't blame him. Get me the hell out of here. The Jets are gonna
that
Jets are they're gonna lose out, man. 4-13. 4-13.
yeah,
It's awful.
yeah,
Garbage. Yeah. So Achane's got a couple favorable matchups coming up. So yeah, just keep plugging him in the lineup. Don't even debate it. He's an automatic start every week.
yeah. Yeah, I think that's kind of all I kind of had with him. I mean, with him kind of, with him, with his injury, I thought he was done. I was pretty well happy that he came back, and I was like, so it kind of gives me some praises that he's actually healthy, and you can actually. The sad part is that he's actually on my taxi squad in Dynasty, so I should maybe try to get him out of the taxi squad and try to put him in my lineup somewhere. But I know I might just leave him there too. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe I might trade him off. Get some draft picks. So I mean, I don't know. There's some guys that I like coming up in this draft. So who knows? Who knows? But yeah, that's the the Jack the Ripper of Achane. Um. Anyways, all right.
Chainsaw Cha.
Yeah, there we go. Chainsaw Chan. That's his new nickname now. Um,